And I can tell you so. I never should let you go. Never should let you go. All right. What's up? What's up? Phoenix Goddess. Oh shit. What them eyes? It's nighttime, baby. Them eyes getting me. Lily Rose, what's up? Tanisha Waller, what's up? Divine Feminine, Simply the Best, what's up? Goddamn Lily Rose Mystic, darling, I am the wild one. Hey, hey, hey. All right, everybody. So I've been having a busy. I got a lot of stuff going on. A lot of changes I'm making to the channel. A lot of things I'm making in my life. A lot of changes I'm making in my life. Growing. I'll let you guys know very soon. I'll let you guys know very soon what's going on with me. But so I've been missing. I wanted to do this today, but I was booked full of readings, and I thank you guys for booking those new readings and giving me your feedback on how you like them. Now, I want to get into something real serious. So on my channel, I used to do the Monday morning prayer, and during that Monday morning prayer, I would talk a little bit more about. I would talk a little bit more about, how we can heal our ancestors and things of that nature. I will give you some words so you can use during your prayers to help your ancestors get over their past hurt, harm, and regrets and all that stuff. And so they could better assist us in this lifetime, in this day and age. Well, the other night, I got real depressed, and start thinking about mom and grandma and all of that stuff there. And I'm gonna tell you guys my dream, and then I'm gonna tell you what I meditated on that dream about. So hopefully this could make up for True Spook, the last Thursday, which y'all will have one coming. So this is gonna be a little hard for me to say, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. So I was sitting up there, and the dream starts off that I'm on this type of island, and the island is kind of being overran by all kind of spiritual demons and entities and things of that nature. And I'm on the island, but as I'm on the island, I'm ushering all the humans off into boats. I'm telling all the humans, get in the boat, man. Come on, get in the boat. And they like, you coming? They say, Tyke, you coming? Baron, you coming? And they kept differentiating my name. Sometimes they called me Tyke, and then sometimes they called me Baron. But this was just the people who knew me. And I'm like, no, no, I can't leave until the last person on the boat. I can't leave until the last person on the boat. So I'm running around and I'm just ushering them on the boat. And I'm doing this so fast and I'm touching so many people. Come on, get on the boat. I'm helping old ladies up. I'm helping young fellas up. And as I'm doing it, as the majority of the healthy people they got on boats and the old that was at the seabed and the docks, they say, man, that building's still full of people, man. They say that hospital's still full of people, and they doing torturous experiments on those people over there. And I say, so who gonna come with me? I asked every able-bodied man in the dream, who's gonna come with me to get these people out? And all of them were like, man, don't you see all them millions and millions of demons on that island? Don't you see all them dinosaurs and all them dragons? They like, man, they say, man, get on the boat, lead them people where they at. I say, bro, I say, that's not my energy. I say, I chose to come back here. And I say, I can't leave until everybody is safe. They say, man, they say, stop trying to be a hero. So one guy grabbed me by the arm in the dream, and he's shaking me like in the movie, like in the old movie where they would shake the woman, some sense into her. Stop being foolish. You're gonna die. You're gonna lose your life. They shaking me. So and y'all know I like Turner movie classics. I'm an old school head. I grew up with grandma. So he shaking me like I'm a damn woman, and I slap it. Pop, pop. I say, unhand me, sir. You know, but I said it in a masculine voice. Unhand me, sir. And then he like, well, you the fool, you're gonna die. I say, that's my choice, that's my choice. So I turn around and I run back up the island. And as I'm running back up the island, up the bridge and shit, I'm knocking demons out. I'm pop, pop. I'm swinging on them. I see a stick on the ground. I pick it up. I'm molly-whopping them. And I'm just fighting my way through millions and millions of hordes of demons. So as I get through the million hordes of demons, I get into this big abandoned building. It's like one of them buildings you would see in them third world countries like Cuba or some shit where it's just out of stone and then the paint chipping off and shit. It's one of them type of, but it's a hospital with people in hospital beds. So they said, so I'm going there and I'm putting people on my shoulder, and I say, God, God, if you hear me out here, I say, this is more work than I can handle. I say, this is too much for me. I say, God, please. I say, give me your strength. I say, don't intervene. Let me do this. This is my job, but you gave me this and I chose it. I say, please, God, source, and I was just saying anything. I say, please, Heavenly Father, source, God, whatever. I say, give me the strength to do this. All of a sudden, people, I got real fast. I'm like the Flash on your ass, and I'm picking up two, three people at a time. And then he made me grow to a giant. And I grew to a giant that I was bigger than the building, where I can just like reach inside every room with bandy arms and pull out everybody. And I'm toting about 50 people per arm, rushing them down there to the shipyard and putting them on the boats because the ship had already sailed away. But I wanted to make sure all of them got in the ship. So as I get done, I go back and it's this Spanish dude, slender Spanish dude with black greasy hair, and he tells me, he say, "Hey man, you missed one person. You missed one person in that room." He say, "Bruh, you need to go back." And I say, "I got you, man." I say, "Come on." I say, "Why you ain't get on the boat?" He say, "Bro, I belong here." He say, "I'm a demon." He say, "This my job." He say, "I work here. I belong here." And I'm like, "What?" I say, "So why you helping me if you with the demons that I supposed to be like killing and rescuing people from?" He say, "Cause I'm high ranking." He say, "But I see who you are and I know who you work for. I just need you to tell God that I'm sorry." And he told me I need to tell God that he's sorry. And I say, "Yeah." I say, "Whenever I talk to God, whenever I see him, I let him know, bro." And I say, "Thank you." He say, "Follow me." So as he's leading me around the hospital, I done shrunk down back to my normal size. He's leading me around the hospital, everybody, and I'm literally going to room, looking. He say, "Don't worry about that room." That he say, "Those people belong here. Don't worry." He say, "The person that I'm trying to get you to see, say they don't belong here." And I say, "What you mean they don't belong here?" I say, "I got all the people God told me to rescue." They say, "No, God told you to rescue everybody." He said, "But you left one intentionally." I say, "Intentionally?" I say, I wouldn't do that." He say, "Listen to me, man." He say, "Only the people that belong here, they're here intentionally." He say, "Their children put them here. Their loved ones put them here, and they kind of pay us with their energy to torture them, to hurt them." And I say, "I don't got a hate bone in my body for nobody in the world." And he say, "You'll find out very soon." So he brings me to this room, and it has no door. It's all tattered. The equipment is rusty, spider webs, every Doctor Horror movie you ever seen in your lifetime. Old, dilapidated, decrepit shit, right? So he points into the room, but when he points into the room, he turns his head like he can't watch. And I say, "Is it that bad?" I say, "And I know this person." He say, "Man," he say, "Please," he say, "go rescue her." He kept saying, "Go rescue her. Go rescue her." And I said, "Okay." So I walk in the room and there's no doors. But when I walk in the room, people, I see my mama. I see my deceased mama on the slab, on the table, right? and her face is contorted in pain. Her face is a my mama was lighter than me just a little bit, but you could tell she had no blood flow in the skin, and it was that dark brownish gray, like when you see death. And her face was she was sideways, neck was oblong and bent, and she had her mouth open, but her face was still like it was just trapped in a perpetual state of agony. But her body was on the table, and her stomach was poked out like she was a pregnant woman, but she had lost so much weight, and it's like she could barely breathe. She was, but her body was moving, but her face was like torture. And I walked up to my mama and I said, hold up. I said, hold up, the mama? And she didn't move, but her body was like, and she reached her hand out to me. I ain't gonna cry. I already cried. So if y'all expecting some waterworks, I have to tell this because it's for real here. So she reaches her hand to me, but she don't have the strength to lift it off the bed, but you can see her trying. And I say, Mama, what's going on? I say, why are you in a place like this? I say, you supposed to be in heaven. And she can't talk. She just like her face is contorted, and but her body still has fluid leaking, and she's soiled herself. She's not clean. And you could tell the guards there or the medical staff there have been torturing her and messing her up and shit. So I'm enraged and I'm like, I got the power of God in me. I said, who the fuck did this to my mama? And the same little Hispanic man that was the guard that was supposed to be torturing all the people. My heart is shaking, y'all. Y'all gotta forgive me if you hear it in my voice. And yes, this was a dream. So I turn around and I'm like, who did this, dog? Let me see him. He said, you did this. I'm like, I didn't kill my mom. I say my mom died of brain cancer or something. They say, no, you're missing me. They say, you did this. He said, remember I told you these people are in this building because the family pay us to torture them in hell. Say the family pay us to put them through pure hell while they're here. I say, I didn't pay you shit. I say, you're doing this? He said, you can beat me up, but you won't kill me because this is my job. He said, what I'm trying to tell you is that this lady don't belong here anymore. We have worked her over. He told me, we did some horrible shit to your mama, man. She don't belong here no more. He say, I'm telling you to take her. He say, the anger that you have inside for your mama, for the abuse she gave you, the shit she did for you, that's currency for me and my kind to torture them. He say, but she don't deserve it no more. You healed now. You got over that. You went to therapy. Say that you need to learn to let it go because I don't want to hurt her no more. And he said, please, man. He said, forgive your mom. And I said to myself, I say, I forgave my mama. I forgave her for everything she ever did to me. I forgave her for the abuse and the giving me away to people. And I say, I forgave her. He say, no, you forgave yourself. He said, you forgave that little boy that was inside of you for allowing that to happen. He said, but you still held a grudge inside of your heart with your mom. And he say that your payment is so goddamn massive, people lining up. He say all those millions and millions of demons out there that you had to run through to save these people. He say they are living off of your anger, your fear, your hatred for your mama deep down inside. That they all gonna torture her to the end of time. Everybody is waiting to get their turn. He say, I did mine. He say, I don't need it. I don't want it. He say, I'm helping you. He said, get your mama up out of here, please. And I say, I don't hate my mama no more. He said, yes, you do. I say, why would I hate her, man? I say, that's my mama. I say, she abused me. I get it. He say, listen to me, son. He say, I'm a demon. I see the darkness inside of you. I see the hatred you have inside of you. He said, I see the malice. He said, I see where you want to just bust out and kill and destroy and hurt anything that hurts you. He said, anything with a vagina and titties, you try your best to be such a good man. He said, but deep down inside, you waiting to lash out and crush something. He said, heal this woman, get her out of here, man. He said, you can find the best love of your life. And I'm looking at him like, that's not my energy. You're wrong. You're wrong. He said, we can argue all day. He said, but there's an army coming and it's about to be a shift change. And he just stood up there and he turned his back to me. And then he went like a solid wall because I kept trying to shake him, but it was like beating on a wall, but he was a statue. I'm holding it together because it's a message in this. So I turned around and I had to face my mom. Her contorted face, her twisted little body, her in agony. And I had to walk to her. And I said, Mom, you can hear me? And she tried to raise her hand again, but her face was still stuck in perpetual torment. And I say, Mom, they say I put you here through my anger. I say, Mom, I forgave you. And I'm talking to her. And she can't move her face. She can't show no expression. She just like a picture, but the body was moving. So I say, I can't focus on her face because it's hurting me. So I looked at the body and the shallow breathing and the painfulness and the blisters and the boils and shit and the contorted energy. And I said, Mama, I'm taking you home. I said, I'm getting you out of this bed. And I looked back to her face and she cracked a smile. Like she forced it, like, but she had been in such pain for so long, being tortured by these demons. She didn't believe it. So I reached my hands in and I picked my mama up off this bed with all this soiled rags and hospital gowns. And her face was still contorted. And as I picked my mama up, she's a stone, man. She's heavy as a millstone, y'all. And it's either I lost all my strength or the power wasn't there. Or as I pick her up and I'm struggling to get her off the bed and I finally get her up to shoulder length. And I wanted her to throw her arms around me and like, thank you, my baby boy. But she didn't have the strength to do it. So I grudgingly walked out the room past the little demon man who had assisted me. And I'm holding my mom so tight. And I'm like, I'm going to break her. But then I felt like if I let her go, I'd never get her back again. So as I walk her past all of these demons that was just slapping me, this is the one time I became vulnerable. They couldn't hurt me the whole time. And as I walk past them, they're slapping me. Pop, pop, punching me in the face. And I'm feeling the licks. And they're still trying to torture her and hit her, but every time they would strike at her, I would tuck her and block her and I would take the pain for her. Because the only thing I wanted to do is get her to the last ship that was going to sail away off that torturous ass island. So I told my mom down there. The demons, they didn't follow, but I had to walk through them and they was fucking me up. They was trying to hit her, but I say, none of y'all nasty demon energies will ever lay a hand on her again, not as long as her baby boy here. And I get her down there to the sand. And my mom loved the beach. And although her body was contorted, I kneeled down in the sand and I rested her on my shoulder and I just picked up hands of sand and I just start like putting it on her feet. I say, Mama, you feel that? I say, you free. And I just kept on letting the sand, grains of sand fall out of my hand. I swear to God, there's a lesson in this. If y'all just let me get past my story, this dream, I swear to God, I'm going to help y'all heal. I'm going to help y'all heal your ancestors. So, let me take these damn things off. So I continuously poured sand on her and I, pick her up again and I'm walking her to the water and I step in the water and I know not to put her in the water because I was thinking the water could be too cold and she could catch pneumonia. I mean, we're in the spirit world, but I'm thinking real life energy. So I was like, Mom, I say, I'm going to dip my hand in this water and I'm going to let some fall on top of your head. I said, you okay with that? And her face was still contorted. And she shook her head. Dipped my hand in the ocean and I dropped some water on her head. I say, let me know if it's too much, Mama. And and she just kept doing like this and she finally closed her eyes and she started shaking. Tears rolling down her eyes, tears rolling down my eyes. And her face, I looked down, it wasn't contorted anymore. It was my mama normal face. The blood had started coming back to the skin and she started getting a natural color. And I said, Mama, I'm gonna wait here for you. I said, I'm gonna wait here with you until the next ship come. And she said, okay, baby. So I waited. And in the dream, it seemed like I waited for 1,000,000 years. But as I waited with my mom, she started loosening up, her joints started loosening up. She started getting the strength back. And we didn't say a word. The 1,000,000 years we waited. And when the ship finally came back, she had grew enough strength to walk on the ship by herself. And as she walked up the ship and I handed her over to the ship hand. And I seen the toll that being in hell took upon my mama. And I said, this could never happen again. So I put my mom on that boat and sent her away. I turned around and I looked at this motherfucking dilapidated building. And I told God, source, whoever up there, I said, grant me this power one last time. I said, because I'm finna destroy hell. I say, nobody lay a hand on my fucking mama. I say, anybody touch her, they touch me. I said, I'm all powerful. I said, give me your power. And God was like, this ain't your fight. And I'm so mad. And I told God, you couldn't stop me if you tried. And he said, oh, well, you're right. So I grew into a 10-foot, 1,000-foot tall giant again. And I ran my ass in that building and I started tearing that damn thing down. One hand, I was removing the people that was trapped in hell. The other hand, I was breaking fucking buildings. I say, bitch, y'all will never touch my mama again. She'll never come back here again. And I was just rescuing people and breaking hell in half. I'm shaking right now, y'all. And when I got through tearing up that part of hell, the little Spanish man came back again. He said, are you through? And I'm tired, fist bloody. I say, I'm through. I say, I'm through. He said, what you did was destroyed your mama's hell. He said, what you did, you destroyed your mama's hell. You didn't destroy nobody else's hell but your mama's. He said, all them people that was trapped around your mama, he said that was your family members that they was in hell. So you destroyed their hell. So you didn't destroy anybody else's hell. You just destroyed your mama's and your family's hell. And I'm like, what? He said, surprising, huh? And he said, you ready to talk to me now? So I sat down with the demon and I talked to him. And I said, why is this happening? I said, why? He said, you paid us for her to be here. And I say, I paid y'all. I say, how? He said, the hatred you have for your mama, the malice in your heart you have for your mama, the way you looked at her, the way you told your story, and the way you just fantasize and idolize all the negativity that came with her raising you and her mistreating you. She said every time you thought about the wrong she did and you swore her name and you cursed at her or you stumped your toe or you just, why me? He said that was the currency. And I say, I'm sorry. He said, you shouldn't be sorry. He said, be careful. And he was saying, there's the one more ship leaving. He said, you should be on that ship. It's not your time to be here. He said, I don't think you could come back here. The devil won't even want you. He said, so get on this ship and just do better. So I walked down to that ship and it took the longest fucking time. I had centuries to think about what I did to my mama. And I walked down there and I got on that boat. I turned my back to that God-forsaken hellhole island. And I didn't look back. So I get up the next day, I go in my prayer closet and I pray. And I'm stressing and I'm praying. And I ask Spirit to tell me what it means. And people, this is what it means, and pay a goddamn attention. This is what it means. The devil don't put your loved ones in hell. God don't put your loved ones in hell. Jesus don't put your loved ones in hell. We put our loved ones in hell. We pay the toll for the demons to torture our loved ones. So if you truly haven't forgiven your family members, your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your uncles, your kids, they down there getting tortured. And you're paying the currency with your hate. You're paying the currency with your fear. You're paying the currency with your nastiness and your unwilling to forgive. I'm fucking shaking right now because I feel so bad. He said, go back and tell them to do better. So I want y'all to really think about this. When somebody pass away and you haven't forgiven them, you haven't wiped their slate clean, or you want to tell your story of torture or abuse, and you want to live off high on the hog of that shit, and you want to just be such an asshole and a wang bang, and you so self-righteous because you did some physical healing in the 3D, or you healed that little child inside of you, and you still holding a grudge to that parent, that sibling, that energy that passed away. You are the one letting them suffer. God ain't putting them there. You are. You the fuckers that doing it. I was just spiritually inclined enough to go down there and save my mama. Because I was on another mission to save the fucking world. Some of y'all can get off your high horse and y'all can release y'all ancestors. Y'all can release y'all grandpa that did you dirty. You can release your mama who didn't love you or kiss you. You can release your ex-wife who passed away, who cheated on you. You can release that man, that ex-husband who did this. Some of y'all can release y'all rapists and y'all terrorists for who have hurt you. If that's in you. If you truly love them at one point in your life. Because they down there suffering. I seen it with my own goddamn spirit eyes. How my grandma say, my own self eyes, I seen it. I seen the energy. I seen what they doing. And when they told me it was my currency, my energy, my soul, my hatred, my desire to see my mama suffer that had them do that. Never again. No entity will ever lay a hand on my mama again long as I draw breath. And God forbid when I die and I go find her and be with her and be her baby boy for real. Everything that ever touched her gonna have to pay. Because I got all the power. I created that world for my mama. My generation created that world. That's my ancestor world. I freed so many of them and I ain't even know who they was. Some of y'all parents was pretty good to y'all before they got on drugs or before they did assault or before they treated you like shit. Some of them did treat you good. But you're still holding on to a grudge with your brothers, with your sister who fucked you over, who tried some shit with you, who stole from you, who told on you, who got you locked up. Some of y'all sitting up there holding a grudge and them people dead in the ground and they can't get no rest because you're the one keeping them in hell. God ain't punishing them. The devil ain't punishing them. You keeping your ancestors in hell. You keeping your lineage bonded and locked up. You can forgive them. They're dead. They're not on this planet no more. The square should be clean. I'm telling you from my experience. It's a hurting thing when you can get your ass down there to hell, to that prison system and that torture chamber, and you see what they doing to your loved one's soul and their eternal energy, and they doing it because it's 10 billion other demons waiting to take turn. That's eternity. Who know how long they shift is, who know how long their job is, who know how long they live, and they dare off of your hatred, torturing your loved ones, your mama who once loved you, the man who skeeted you out his nuts. How are we supposed to be here in the 3D healing our ancestor energy, asking our ancestors for help and love when we can't even get over the hatred we have for the one that gave birth to us? How we gonna ask our ancestors for love when we can't get past the hatred our brother did to us, our sister did to us, our grandmama, our aunties, our uncles? But yet we gonna ask the same people who gave birth to them to help us. Do you see the idiocy in that statement? They not getting away with what they did, people. We just empowering them to go and think about what they did in a better sense and be able to pay us back. Reason why I haven't seen my mama number 3 times since she been dead. And every time she came to help me, to cut curses and hexes off of me, to clean my goddamn bathroom when motherfuckers putting shit in there, when these women think I need to love them and they trying to put love spells on me or hexes and curses. My mama came back to save me, and that hurt me even more that she came all the way back to save me, and then I put her back in hell with my nastiness and my energy and my hatred towards her. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all loved ones are suffering because of your currency, because of your energy. Forgive them. Let that shit go. You never gonna forget what they let happen to you or what happened to you. but forgive them and make them pay you in kind by assisting you in your spell work, by assisting them in your everyday life, by having them protect your kids, not letting it happen to them. They drop the goddamn ball, give them a job, give them a purpose in the afterworld, make them work in servitude to you. Don't have them sitting up there getting tortured by billions and billions of demons. Cause I tell you, if you ever go down there and you see what that place look like and you see what they doing and you see how your loved ones are twisted and contorted and sloppy and filthy and feces and piss and bugs and maggots and no food and rusty tools and items, anything the human mind can imagine, but who knows what the fuck else they got down there, dragons and animals biting them and shit, burning them and shit. I don't know how hell is. I'm not a hellologist. But I think the worst of the worst, and that's what they did to my mama. And I destroyed that fucking place. Some of y'all need to get off your goddamn soapbox and stop being so angry and pissed and bitter and release your ancestors and tell them, I release you, you work for me. You wronged me in life, you work for me in death. The more I become a spiritualist, the more I know that this is the way things supposed to be. I'm done. I hope y'all got it. I'm finna look at some of these comments. It's hard. Yes, Miss Lady, it is hard. I've seen it. Yeah, it's nasty. Yeah. You got me, KB? Black Karma, hey. People, that was the worst thing I could ever see in my life. My mama getting tortured by demons and her looking like that. My mama wasn't built like that. She was a beautiful woman. How do we let go? It's hard. Ahita, you let go because you look at the person that they could have been and you tell them to be that person to your kids, to your family, or you tell them to come back and do what they got to do that they didn't do for you in life. They need to come and do it in death. That's how you forgive them. You put them to work. I sent this to my little brother. I hope he forgive my dad. I have it. I have it. Will be 11 years this year. Oh man, I know. Thank you, Maisha. We all needed this message. Bless you. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. For having the courage to share it. Yes. Lily Rose, darling. Miss Davis, yes. April Roscoe, what's up? Everybody, that's a hard thing to do. But I realized the more and more I heal my divine feminine energy inside of me, and I learned to love my mama a little bit more and love her past her faults and her pain and her shame and all that. I become a better man to women. I become a better man to my daughter, to my future wife. I know I'm gonna be great, man, because I ain't gonna have the mommy issues to hide behind. I know I'm gonna be good. And I never want to see my mama like that again, in life or death. I wouldn't tolerate it in life. Sure as fuck ain't gonna tolerate it in death. She's still my golden princess. She may have not treated me right, but she still gave me life. I remember some Christmas when I got toys. I remember one or two birthday parties when I was young. I remember her laughing at some of my jokes. You telling me the good times cannot outweigh the bad times? And to have that demon say, I paid the currency for him and his kind to do that to my mama. That told me to fuck up. Some of y'all got so much hatred for your parents and the people that wronged you that passed away. Y'all probably got 10 billion, fuck 10 million demons ready to take up the hand to torture her for eternity or torture them for eternity. Y'all got people that's gonna torture them for eternity until the next eternity. Forgive your dead, man. Forgive the dead. Get them out of that hell and make them put them to work for you. or set them free. Really forgive them. It's gonna hurt, but if you know like I know, and if my dream and my vision was anything that you guys don't want to see your loved one go through, I would encourage you to get on your knees later and pray to every ancestor, every God, every source to free them and really look deep inside your heart. Cry that shit out if you have to. But get your mama, get your grandma, get your daddy, get your uncle, get your brother off that table. Them things is not fucking off down there. I don't know if hell is a real place, but what I imagined and dreamed in that vision, it was nothing nice. And to know I paid for that. Now, I don't know how my other brothers and sisters feel about my mama. And I don't know if they got a version of her in a hell that they placed her in. But I damn sure took her out of the hell I placed her in. And I'm going to call my brothers and sisters and say, if mama ever did something wrong to you, man, let's just pray about it and say we forgive mama so she can move on and go to a happier place. I'm going to take it upon myself to do that. I never want to see my mama like that, let alone anybody like that. It was legions of these things waiting to torture her. Let me look at some of these comments again. He just said I would ask my sister, and I was going at it all. She died in 2003, and I was thinking I definitely needed this because my father was present, but absent father. He's still alive. I just love from a distance. I hear that. Everybody, I just had to share that with you. I held that in because I kept thinking about it. I cried about it a lot. You know, I cried because once you see hell, let me tell you something. Once you see hell, you can't unsee it. The shit the Bible got, the lake of fire, the brimstone, all that shit, pools of acid, people upside down, that ain't shit. They take your loved ones in a room and they fuck them over for eternity. They not burning in the lake of fire. There's people putting them on a rack and doing them for eternity, taking shifts. And they getting paid by our anger and hatred and malice to them. That's right, Kalandra. It's a lesson in this. I told y'all if y'all could just allow me to get past my tears, it would be a lesson in it. I promise you. I ain't gonna bring you no BS. But that's what this demon, the man told me. I paid for my mama to be there with my agony and my hatred and my deep-seated madness. And some of y'all paying for y'all people to beat up because if you've seen them torturing, no matter what they did to you, abandoned you, beat you, whatever, I'm pretty sure you don't want to see them like that. My mama did some unforgivable things. But at the end of the day, I'm still her baby boy. I still love her. She had it hard. She didn't know how to love me. Her parents didn't know how to love her. It was a cycle, generational curse type thing. She only did what she knew, and then she tried her best, like all us do as parents. We play along, we ad lib. Ain't no harm in that. They tried, they fucked up. We bigger than that. We survived. Let's push through it and heal so we could get them people off the rack. It's hell down there. It's torturous. It's a bad place, man. It's a bad, bad place down there. I don't know if Jesus is real. I don't know if Christ God is real. I know hell is very much a place. And hell ain't what they say about in Revelations of the Bible. That motherfucker is a prison cell, your own one room, and your ass is getting tortured for day in, day out for eternity plus 3 or something. I'm glad I treated my kids good because I don't want neither one of them to hate me. Granted, I'm gonna bust out of hell because I'm him. And I'm God of the universe, king of everything. I'm gonna get the fuck out. But I just don't want to be put there initially. You dig? All right, everybody. I ain't gonna hold you no longer. I just wanted to share that because that was a message that was on my heart. Take heed, people. Share this video with the people that you know need to hear it. I'm shadow banned, so they not gonna let this type of context get out, or whoever did whatever to my channel. But the more y'all push this video, I don't need the algorithm. I don't need the likes and subscribes. I don't get them no way. But share this video. If it ain't one thing that you do 2025, you share this shit with your brothers, your siblings, with your family members. Please share it. That was my torturous ass dream for me to free my mama. I'm begging y'all to share this so somebody can see it. I don't care if you like it or comment. Just share it, please. Let's heal our ancestors so they can heal us. We got a big fight ahead, and we're going to need all of them healthy and ready at the helm. I'm finna let you go. I am the Baron telling you guys to trust you in the universe because at the end of the day, that's all you got. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all. Soul Tribe. Y'all be good.